We've got breaking news in the case of Luka Rocco Magnotta. Berlin police have now confirmed to us here at CBC News Network that Magnotta has been arrested. Andrew Nichols tracking all the details of this. What else have you got, Andrew?
And you're right, Suhanna. CBC News Network breaking the story to our viewers and to a Canadian audience first that Luka Magnotta has been arrested. Berlin police confirming this to a CBC News producer about 10-15 minutes ago. He has been on an international manhunt. Police in France had been looking for him, and then we learned that, in fact, it was Berlin police and that he was actually arrested today, this afternoon, in an internet cafe in the Karl Marx Strasse in Neukölln, which is an area, a neighborhood within Berlin. We know the story of this 29-year-old. He's accused of first-degree murder in the Montreal killing of Jun Lin, a 33-year-old Chinese student who was studying at Concordia. Lots of gruesome details about that many people have known. This, Suhanna, we're not exactly sure where it is, but it is believed to have been Magnotta going through a metal detector, perhaps at a train station, perhaps at an airport somewhere in Europe. He was seen here in Paris on the weekend in the 17th arrondissement, going to a bar in various places, at cafes, and French police saying that they thought that they had found some of his belongings in a hotel. And then just moments ago, we learned that, in fact, Berlin police confirming that Luka Magnotta has been arrested in Berlin in an internet cafe in the Karl Marx Strasse in Neukölln. And this is, of course, Montreal police, Suhanna, had been saying last week that, this story is so big, his picture has been in so many places around the world, that it was just going to be a short time before an arrest was made, and it appears that that is exactly what has happened.
Andrew, we're going to find out more right now. I want to thank you for that, because on the phone right now, with the latest on the arrest of Luka Magnotta in Berlin, we've just reached Berlin police spokesperson Stefan Rieldich. And Stefan, can you tell me about the arrest itself?
Yes, hello to Canada. This is Stefan Rieldich from Berlin. We arrested the Mr. Magnotta today, 2:00 p.m. local time. It is now 5 o'clock, so you can see it's 3 hours ago that a patrol car of the Berlin police arrested him. He was, as far as I know, in an internet cafe, and it's still, I do not have all the details. I couldn't talk to the policeman, but as far as we know, a witness called the police and asked us to check this person. He may have recognized him from the international media, and so we checked him, and there was no arrest, no fight. He was arrested because he was identified as Luka Rocco Magnotta. And
how did you approach him, sir? Were there many police cars and sirens, or was it kind of a more subdued approach to that internet cafe?
That is something I cannot answer right now, because, as I said, I did not have the chance to talk to the policeman. I will try to get more details in the next half an hour.
And Stefan, where is Luka Magnotta now?
We are going to bring him to the Berlin prison, and there probably tomorrow he will see a judge. We have to make contact to the Canadian police over our federal police, and so we need to see what the Canadian authorities want us to do with him.
That was my question as well, because we heard from Germany that Luka Magnotta had been arrested, not from Montreal police. So have the police here in Canada been notified? And then, I suppose, what's the next step?
Well, I'm from the Berlin City Police, so we are not usually talking to international police units. We have a federal police in Germany, and this is the police force we talk to, and they will make contact to their Canadian counterparts. So this communication is usually a little bit slower than the media itself.
We find that whenever we hear stories of information going out for a wanted person on Interpol, that I'm not really familiar with the workings of Interpol. How much information went out to people there in your city? What kind of information, in order to allow somebody who saw him call police?
Well, it was on the media, probably not as big as in Canada, but of course the case was recognized. But with today's internet, everybody who's interested in international stories can watch these stories, also here in Germany about Canada. And as far as I know, a person who was interested in the case, recognized him.
And what also interests me is that we've heard there may be other names that he uses or other disguises as well. Do you know, Stefan, if the picture that was sent out was what he looked like when he was arrested, or was there some kind of disguise being used?
No, I'm sorry, I can't tell you anything about disguises or false names or anything. All I know is that he was arrested 1400 local time and that he's in our custody now.
One final question for you. Was he arrested alone, or was there anyone else involved in this pickup?
Well, as far as I know, he was arrested alone, and there was no fight, no struggle with the arrest.
Okay, and his condition, he's in prison right now. Do you know, sir, I did say one final question, but things just pop into my head. Is he on suicide watch, or is there any special protection that he's under?
Well, he's not in a typical prison. We have prisons for prisoners, and the first thing that happens is he's been brought to a police room where we bring people before they see a judge. So, and the police is always on special watch.
And the police have the opportunity to question Mr. Magnotta?
They will probably ask him about his identity, but not the case itself, I think.
I want to thank you, sir, for giving me the information that you could, and I appreciate you taking the time.